Aloha, my name is Maruyama. I am the owner and master artist here at Yama Studios, a semi-permanent makeup studio based here in Honolulu, Hawaii. I am here today to answer some questions that are commonly asked about microblading and semi-permanent makeup. What's a safe place to get semi-permanent makeup or microblading done? So I know that there's been a rise in nail salons. I know that was true in Georgia, where I'm from, that there were a lot of nail salons offering microblading. And while every state has different regulations, and I would advise you to look up your state's regulations, I think it's pretty universal that states do not issue tattoo licenses to nail salons. And I believe that the reason for that is that it's something of a health code. I think it's a health code issue because there can be bleeding and blood within nail salons, and because you can expose yourself to different sort of infections on people's feet, right? Like there's sometimes staph and MRSA on the ground, and if people walk around, they can sometimes get it on their feet, and it's just a lot. There's a lot of room for cross-contamination, and I don't believe that there are any states that issue tattoo licenses to nail salons. Unless this is a really upscale salon or spa that you go in and it's very clean, and they have an area for their hairstyling, and they have an area for their nail care, and they have an area for their esthetician and an area for their waxer. Make sure that there is a specific area, designated area, room with running water. That's actually almost, I think every state does require that. There's a prerequisite that the tattoo artist has to have a sink in their workstation. They have to have a sink, and so that if they don't have a sink around, you should be suspicious. Even though microblading can be done with all disposable tools, I would caution you against a place that has pushed a workspace up against a wall in a crowded nail salon. If you for a second feel doubt, it's the wrong choice, and you should not do it for your own safety, and truthfully for the safety of the people around you as well, because bloodborne pathogens are a real risk. And while typically microblading and other semi-permanent professions have a lower risk, I strongly feel it should not be done in nail salons or anywhere that's not equipped to properly handle the sanitation requirements. You should be able to see a valid license. You should be able to see a valid certification. Given nowadays the certifications, more people have certifications now than they did, but microblading and semi-permanent makeup is still a new field, and so sometimes people are self-taught. And if that's the case, I would just make sure you answer thorough questioning, find out how long they've been doing it, things like that. But no artist should ever be offended that you ask to see their qualifications. Never. Period. That's it. You should always be able to ask that, and they should always be willing and happy to provide it. They should be glad that you're so concerned and that you're so informed. So make sure that you don't let anybody in a nail salon tattoo your eyebrows. Just don't do it. That's just not wise. If you'd like to learn more about semi-permanent makeup, or you're interested in learning about microblading as well, click on any of my other videos. If you really want to dive deeper into this world and learn more about it, my book is also linked below. It's called Before the Blade: What You Need to Know Before Getting Microblading or Semi-Permanent Makeup. Important stuff. It's a good overview of what to expect, how your appointment's going to go, how to choose your artist, how to care for your semi-permanent makeup, who is a good candidate for it, and just general warnings and cautions, things you need to know, things that might eliminate you, all kinds of good stuff in there. So please subscribe, like and subscribe, and I will be with you all again next week.